Alright, cats. Let's do a video today. Guess it's Towtastic Tuesday over here, I guess. So, what we have is going to be a conversion. And it's my Sunshark. Not Sunshark, sorry. Razorshark. Didn't go Sunshark. First we got Pilot. Not of this, it's just one of the Pilot figures. This is my Roy Fokker for the Macross theme. See if I can get a good focus on him. Not too shabby. Macross, Roy Fokker. Painted him when I first got back into it. I like my paint jobs nowadays. They're becoming smoother. Even you'll notice this Razorshark when I show it to you is a little bit rough. But I'll show you the base first. So what I do on my bases, especially when I do water effects, I add hot glue all the way around it to make it like a little ring. I know it probably looks a little silly, but it really helps me keep the effect in there. I didn't add a lot like I should have. It's a bit dusty too, but I like it. Turned out pretty good. This is the head from I had the Lord of the Rings set that came with the bookends, and it fell and broke into pieces, and I didn't feel like gluing them all back together, so I decided to use it. So yeah, there's the base, just a rock and some other jazz. Now let's get to the goods. So this is converted. I didn't like the way the ship looks in general, so decided to convert it. Now I magnetized this. Probably could have used a bigger magnet and be a little bit more sturdy, but then I would have had to cut in there. I'll show you the bottom real fast. And actually the metal plate that I had in there popped out, so yeah. Well, let's get to the goods. Anyway, here it is. Please don't make fun of the paint job again. This is when I first started. So what we have is the Razorshark bomb, the Razorshark Strike Fighter. I guess what makes it a Razorshark is it has the extra booster jets on bottom, and then normally it would have the 4 ion cannons in the back, but I decided to, originally I was going to have it magnetized where I could put those in, the other drones in, but I instead magnetized these on here so to have its ion cannons on the wings. Kind of reminiscent of like old fighter bombers. And then it has the 2 missiles underneath, and they're magnetized on there, so if I use them in game I can pop them off and pop them on. I'll show you all the fancy magnetizing in a minute. I shortened the barrel of the burst cannon on the front. I liked it like that. I think it still moves too. And another major part of the conversion is the wings. I cut them off and moved them back a little bit because I didn't like how far forward they were. I might, when I do make an actual bomber, the Sunshark bomber, I might leave them that way, but I'm still not going to do it the way it's supposed to be. I do not like the way that model looks. I really don't. But I'll probably, like I said, leave those forward and then do something like I did here on the back. Let's get you picked up so you can see it. So what I did here, these are the wings, the extra fins that would go on the support beams, I guess, that would come here. I cut these off and I switched them. So like this was on this side, but they were angled downward. So I took them, removed them at the same spot on both sides, and then put them on the opposite side, angling up. And then I used an old, got it in a Bits Buy, the Pathfinder Recon drone top. I didn't have any of the other parts to it, so I went ahead and used this as the back area. And I just kind of like the way it looks, you know. So that's the major, well, I don't say major, I can't say major. That's the customizing on this so far. Or, yeah. And then here's all my bits. Oh yeah, see that? That's something that's weird, huh? So, what I made this for is I'm going to build a diorama eventually. It's kind of a display board slash diorama. And it's going to have all my cool little bits, one of my favorite models displayed. So, I have this. I just painted that up. If for whatever reason I didn't want to have the missile on the back, I just put that on there. It covers it up. But anyway, let's get to the bottom. You can kind of already see it. Excuse me. Okay. So the bottom of this bad boy. You'll notice I had magnetized this so I could put it back on. But it also fits in there pretty good on its own so it doesn't fall out. Thought I glued those in. Don't worry about that in a minute. But I added landing struts. Where is the other one? This little piece. I just made this little prop. Goes in like so. And then you land it. And it sits pretty nice in my opinion. Now because I don't have any kind of pegs in there, those get a little wonky sometimes. But when I put it up for display, I'll straighten it out a little better. Sorry, my camera's wobbling. It's kind of precariously propped up. And this is the first conversion model I did getting back into the hobby. And it was just, I like it. Saving these for Riptide conversions. But there's something about seeing it landed like this. Like I wish more of them came with that. Came with some kind of landing struts. So, how I made that work. What I did under here, obviously, the front ones are just magnets. Same old devilfish landing struts, just cut and added a magnet into it. What we have back here is devilfish landing strut. I cut it and bent it, then added some plastic tubing. This one up here for support and everything, and a big magnet. And then in here, that's a metal plate that I wedged in there. And this back section here is from the underside of a devilfish. I cut it and trimmed it off, and my green stuff work isn't very good, but I just kind of had to put it in there and fill in all that area on both sides, smoothing it out. And then here I needed something to kind of fill in a dead space, so this is where those ion cannons would have normally went, the ones that actually came with the razorshark. And what I did, sorry, I was out of focus the whole time, is I just put it in there and it kind of just smoothed everything out. Again, like I said, my green stuff job, not that great. Oh well, whatever. Paint job's not as good as it could be. But I'm still happy with this. I like the way it turned out. For me, it's great. It's perfect. My paint scheme is my typical towel paint scheme. The green, it's U.S. dark green from Vallejo red, and then just standard white. And I want to redo those macross symbols, just because I rushed through them too much. And of course the underside, I did it like you're looking up at the sky. Blues and whites. Really overall, it was a fun thing to do, man. I like this model. I want to get another one. I want to get 2 more. Make another one just like this. And then do something with the bomber. Because I know in the new codex they have the sky superiority formation or whatever, where it's 2 razor sharks and 1 sun shark. And I want to do something with that. Whether it's good or not in the game, I don't care. I just think it's cool. I want to do it. And I want to do the other one, the razor shark, will be just like this. The sun shark bomber will be different, so you can differentiate it between a bomber and the razor shark. But I want to make sure I still do the landing struts. You know, add it so where they all could be displayed together. But anyway, that's my video for today. Nothing too fancy, real quick and super sloppy. But I just wanted to share this because I enjoy converting the models. I haven't played the games yet. It's been years since apparently 3rd edition. But this is my favorite part of the hobby, is creating something, making it your own. And the way I do it is I have YouTube videos on in the background, blue table painting, Templar Crusader or Crusade 01, all kinds of videos, man. I just get inspiration from them, and I figure I'm going to return the favor, show what I did, and hopefully it inspires you to do something way better than what I did. So, y'all cats take care. I can't wait to see any videos y'all throw out there. Have fun. Happy hobbying.